What is with all your incessant messages? I am on vacation with my boyfriend. What do you want?
Where are you?
I'm in a resort in Hawaii. It's an all-inclusive resort, too. I'm just sitting on the beach, eating and drinking whatever I want.
So you're not even in town?
Very good, Miss Obvious. When you said that you went to Hawaii last year, I was so jealous. I wanted to go so badly, so here I am.
What did you mean when you said that you were there with your boyfriend? Is that a typo or autocorrect or something?
Nope, not a mistake at all. I'm here with my rich, handsome boyfriend. This is our first vacation together, and he's quite adventurous.
But you're married. What are you doing with a boyfriend?
What? Did you not hear? Dan got into an accident and is in the hospital. He doesn't even know that I'm gone. So I took the opportunity to go on a getaway with my boyfriend.
I did hear about the accident. That's why I'm messaging you, actually. Frankly, it's horrible that you're on vacation. You need to come home right this instant.
No way. I'm having the time of my life here.
How can you even be in the mood to go on vacation after Dan's car accident?
Give me a break. I just got here 2 days ago.
Dan is fighting for his life right now.
Oh, really? Hope he can pull through. But I've been thinking that I really don't want to stay married to him anymore. He works in a dirty factory and his salary is so low that it's embarrassing.
How can you say that? He's working very hard to give you a really good life.
Really? Because I don't see it.
He owns his own business, but he still works on Saturday and Sundays.
He might be the owner, but it's a super small company with only 6 other employees. All they do is manufacture small parts. Don't you know that doing that really isn't stable? The parts they make could become obsolete next year. Who knows?
Following that same logic, it could also become more and more important and lead to bigger projects. Anything is possible.
But no one can say for certain which way it'll go. Besides, he always comes home covered in grease and oil stains. I don't want people to associate him with me. They'll think that I'm poor. I can't take him anywhere.
Those are his work clothes. You can't fault him just because he needs to get a little dirty at work. It's not like he doesn't have other clothes.
None worth mentioning. And he is so stingy with his money. He won't even buy me a Hermes bag. You know that I've been wanting one ever since we were little.
He's saving for the future. If you really wanted the bag, you could save it and get it yourself.
That's not fair. You can say that because you have a Hermes bag already. I want a Birkin too. Why can you have one but I can't?
That's because I saved up for it. It took a long time, but I finally bought one myself.
Oh, I get it now. You're looking down on me because I decided to be a housewife. You think you're better than me, don't you? That makes me so mad.
That is not what I was trying to say. Look, I don't want to fight with you. Just please come home as soon as you can. I'm begging you here.
Whatever it is, just do it for me, okay? While you're at it, make up some good excuse as to why I'm not there too, okay? You have my full permission to go to the hospital and see what Dan needs.
He's your husband, though.
Ugh, you always ordered me around, even when we were young. That's what I've always hated about you.
I'm sorry I made you feel that way, but please, we can talk about that later. You need to come here quick. I'm already on the way to the hospital.
I can't go back now. There's a lot of things I need to do, and I need to talk to my boyfriend about it first.
It doesn't matter what your boyfriend says. Who cares about him? You can come back without him.
Who cares? You should, for one. He's your husband, after all.
What?
I bet you have that blank look on your face like you always do.
Steven told me he was going to a high school reunion. He said that he's staying with his parents?
Yeah, he did. It was all a lie, though. You've always had terrible luck with men. Looks like you lost to me this time, too. You're always so busy with work and haven't been taking care of your husband's needs, so Steven came to me.
How did it happen?
That's not really the right question to ask. When would be better. I started planning the moment you introduced him to me. I thought to myself that I want a handsome man like that by my side, too.
You only want things you can't have, and you only want them because I have them.
Steven makes way more money than Dan.
That might be what it looks like.
When you compare the two of them, Dan is a beat-up Ford, while Steven is a brand new Porsche.
That's not right. You're just looking from the outside. You might find that the old car is more cost-effective to maintain, or that it has more cargo space than a sports car.
It comes down to the cost of the car. The more expensive the car, the richer the man.
Even if that were true, it doesn't give you the right to steal my husband or any of my past boyfriends.
You can't just blame me. They all came to me, willingly.
I was shocked the first time it happened, but I thought you grew out of it. But now you even went after my husband. There is something wrong with you.
I'm just a better woman and partner than you are. If you want to do something about it, then come here and get him. Just try and take him from me.
I will do no such thing. I am on my way to the hospital.
Oh, thank you so much, sis. Oh, we're going to go for a swim now, so I won't be checking my phone. Talk to you later.
Wait a minute. Rosa! Don't go! Rosa? My name is Amelia. I'm 35 years old. I work in a company that deals with foreign capital and investments. I married my husband, Steven, 2 years ago, and we live together in our house in the suburbs. Steven is a musician. We met at a club, and he asked me out on a date. He told me that his dream is to be a music producer. I fell in love with the passion that he showed for his dream. My sister, Rosa, is 3 years younger than me. Rosa married a serious and hard-working man named Dan. I thought that they were happily married. But Rosa has always had it out for me. She thought of me as her rival, even though I don't ever want to compete with her. She's always wanted what I had, no matter what it was. For example, she wanted to go to the same college as me and buy the same clothes that I bought. One time, I went to get a haircut at a new salon that opened. The next day, my sister went and did the same thing. She even asked for the same stylist. I got a bonus and bought myself a Chanel purse. 1 week later, she bought the same one. She wasn't working at the time and was a full-time college student, so I wasn't sure where she got the money. She was always spending copious amounts of money to try to be me. At first, I thought it was cute that she wanted to be like her big sister. I thought that she was going to work hard like me too. But then she stole my first serious boyfriend. It stopped being cute. She didn't want to be like me. She just wanted what I had. I thought that she would grow out of it and have a life of her own, but nothing prepared me for what happened next.
Aloha! The weather here is gorgeous, even though it's close to dinner time. We're having Hawaiian pancakes.
How can you be so carefree at a time like this?
Oh, stop being such a downer. A vacation would do you some good as well.
I messaged you so many times, but you never responded. I even called you.
I told you that we were going for a swim. I left my phone on the beach. I sent you some pictures. Did you look at them?
I don't need pictures of you and Steven together.
I'm just sharing pictures of my fun time since it's such a drag where you are. I just want to lighten the mood, you know?
There is seriously something wrong with you if you're able to have taken this situation lightly. Are you a sociopath or something?
Nope, I'm perfectly fine. This beautiful Hawaiian weather has just gotten me in such a good mood.
Aren't you even a little worried about Dan?
Not really. He has enough people to worry about him. One less person isn't going to change anything.
He is in critical condition, though.
But he's still alive.
Everyone is here. We're all crowding around his hospital bed.
Oof, that sounds suffocating.
How could you say that? This is your husband we're talking about, not some stranger. He has tubes attached all over his body.
Could you not try to drag down my vibes? I'm having such a good time here. It's like I'm on my honeymoon. We're going shopping now. Steven said that we're going to Tiffany's and he's going to buy me a diamond ring.
Diamond ring?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So you see, I don't care what happens to Dan. I'm going to get married again. Soon. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
You must be super mad. It hasn't even been 6 months since you married Steven. But aren't you glad that this happened before you had any kids? No kids makes things less messy when it ends. By the way, Steven said that he prefers a younger woman like me to an old spinster like you. Do you guys have any morals? Do you even know what you're doing? Oh, I'm getting tired of talking to you. You're dragging the mood way down and ruining my vacation. Don't talk to me until I'm back in town.
Rosa! Dan is here fighting to stay alive. How can you keep ranting around in Hawaii at a time like this?
Oh, shut up. Stop interfering with my life. I make my own decisions.
Wait, Rosa! Rosa? No, not again.
I'm leaving Dan in your hands. Take good care of him for me. You can leave Steven to me. He is in very good hands.
It's hard for me to take care of someone who is no longer here.
What? Did he leave the hospital already?
No, Rosa. He passed away this morning.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll leave the funeral arrangements to you. You can do whatever you want. You're in charge, sis.
You're still not going to come back? You're not going to attend his funeral?
No, we're having such a good time together that we're talking about extending our stay.
You two are so incredible. Not in a good way.
Well, now that Dan's not around, I'm free to do what I want. Even if I'm not back when I said I would be back, no one's going to care. That sounds like freedom to me.
There are a lot of things to do and decide before the funeral, you know.
I'm not really good at stuff like that. I already put you in charge, so thanks. The cheapest things are fine. I don't want to spend a lot of his money on it. Oh, speaking of money, do people give presents for funerals? Let me know if anyone leaves some for me. I'll also take flowers, preferably tulips. I don't need cards, though, so discourage people from getting me those. If you get any cards, you can just throw them away. I won't read them.
That is unbelievable. Is that really all you can think of?
Right, how could I forget? I'm going to get his insurance money and everything that he left behind. This is turning out better than I thought. That means I can shop more. I can finally get my hands on a Birkin.
You're not getting anything from his insurance. In fact, I think you're going to have to pay money instead.
What? How could that be?
It seems that Dan had already filed for a divorce.
What? When?
Did you forget? You told him that you were seeing someone else and that you wanted a divorce. You signed the papers and left them with him.
I did?
Dan wasn't sure if he should file them or not, but since you already seeing someone else, he thought that there was no point in trying to save the marriage. He had filed the papers before he got into the accident.
No way. Already? Fine then. I don't need the money from his life insurance. I just need about $300,000. I'll get at least that much, right?
Are you crazy? You think he left you in his will after he divorced you? He spent the entire day taking you out of his life plans and ended the day at the courthouse, it seems.
Then who gets everything?
I do.
What? Why do you get it?
After you and Dan got married, he came to ask for my opinion on a business plan of his. He wanted to build his own factory and explained to me what his plans were. I advised him and helped him come up with a financial plan, but his idea intrigued me, and I decided to invest in his business.
I didn't know that you met up with him.
I thought that since he was your husband, the money he makes in the future would help you to have a better life. I had money saved up, and I knew that his business was just going to keep growing, so I was happy to help him out.
I didn't know that.
Dan and I talked a lot while he was alive.
Really?
Since I became his investor and knew about his plans in great detail, he named me his benefactor in case anything happened to him. I also visited the factory often to see how things were going and helped out where I could. I learned a lot from Dan. So that's why I'm going to take over.
Well, that's good, because there's no way I would be caught dead in that tiny and dirty place. There's no money in it for anyone. You probably know about his fortune, or lack of thereof. He probably didn't even have any money to leave. He was just a poor man.
No, he wasn't. He knew how to save for rainy days and he left a lot of money behind.
What? No way!
He was on a tight budget because he asked me to put him on one. He wanted to save money so that when it was time for him to retire, you and him could have a really good life and not worry about a thing. He had about $2 million saved up.
That much?
Rosa, that man loved you. All he thought about was you.
I wouldn't have asked for a divorce if I knew he had that much money.
All you care about is money! Your greed blinded you from seeing anything else.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway because I'm going to marry Steven and he has money too.
You think Steven has money? You couldn't be further from the truth. He doesn't even have a fixed income. The only thing he has is a fixed interest rate on his debts.
What are you talking about? He has money. He drives a really nice car.
That's my car. I bought it, and the deed is in my name. He lives off of my money in the house that I paid for. I let him because I knew that the music industry is hard to break into and believed that he could make it. I told him to keep pursuing his dream and let me handle the bills. But he cheated on me 4 times before you came around.
Wait, what? I'm number 5? He said there was no one but me. He's a serial cheater?
I was thinking about divorcing him already, and this is the final straw. Thanks to you, I have proof of him cheating on me, so that's going to speed things up quite a bit for me. So I need to thank you for that, and taking over his $50,000 worth of credit card bills.
What? He doesn't have a job, and he's $50,000 in the red?
Well then, good luck with him. Make sure he doesn't cheat on you.
No, wait, I changed my mind. You can have him back.
By the way, I'm going to be asking for alimony from him in the divorce, and I'll be suing you for purposely trying to wreck my marriage.
What are you talking about, Amelia? You can't do that to me. I'm your baby sister. Just calm down and think about this clearly.
I am very calm. I am collecting on years of repayment. I haven't forgotten about a single thing you did to me. Like that time in high school when you went into my room when I was out and tried on all of my underwear?
Oh, you know about that?
Of course I do. After you stole that jacket, before I even had a chance to wear it, I decided to install a small camera in my room and turned it on whenever I left.
What? Isn't that like an invasion of privacy or something?
It was my room! So I have all the times you snuck into my room to take my things or do something weird on tape. By the way, you have the spare key to my house, don't you? Steven gave a copy to you, didn't he?
Why are you saying that like it's such a horrible thing? We're sisters. What's wrong with me having a copy of the key?
It's a problem because I never gave you permission to come in my house, and it becomes trespassing when I don't want you there. I can call the police and have you arrested.
You're going to get the police involved? Isn't that going overboard? I got the key from Steven, so it shouldn't be a crime.
It's my house. I paid for it, and it's in my name only, so I get to say who is and isn't welcome to be there.
Fine. What do you want? You want me to apologize to you?
You really think it's that easy? You have no idea how hard Dan was working every day to grow his company and his business. While he was out there sweating and working his butt off, you were cheating on him.
Okay, I get it. It was my fault. I did something bad, and I'm sorry.
You think that everything will be forgiven just because you say you're sorry? Dan was lying in a hospital bed, and no one knew if he could make it. You didn't care. You didn't even show an ounce of concern. That is unforgivable.
I'm sorry, okay? I shouldn't have done it.
That's not going to bring Dan back.
Then what do you want me to do?
There are a few things that I want you to do.
What is it? I'll do anything.
You're going to pay for the ring you just got, and you're going to pay me back for the cost of your entire Hawaii trip.
What? Why do I have to pay for the ring? Steven got me the ring.
He did, but he's using my credit card. I don't care which one of you pays me back, but I'm tired of funding your terrible lives.
You're going to put me deep in the red if you make me pay. I don't have the money to pay you back.
You're a full-grown adult. You're going to have to figure something out, and let me tell you this. You can't run to Mom and Dad to help dig you out.
Why not? That's not fair. They're the only ones that can help me.
You're misunderstanding something. It's not my stipulation. It's theirs.
What does that mean?
They're cutting you off and cutting you out of their lives.
No, I never did anything to them.
That's not the problem. They're ashamed of you. You had a good husband and a good life, but all you did was complain about how it wasn't enough. Then you went and cheated with my husband. They were in disbelief when they heard. They're so embarrassed to have such an immoral daughter. They feel so sorry for Dan. You made Mom cry, and Dad is furious.
Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad.
They said they don't want to see your face again.
Wait, they can't leave me like this. And Amelia, you can't leave me like this either. Please help me. I don't have anywhere to go or anyone to turn to. Amelia? Are you there?
I was advised that it would be too hard to pursue trespassing charges against Rosa, but I was about to file a report for all the things she'd stolen from me. Since I was named the proprietor of Dan's estate, I sold the condo that he bought for him and Rosa. I put that money back into the business that he started. Banned from our parents' place and not having the apartment anymore, Rosa had nowhere to go. I found out afterwards that in order to buy brand-name goods, she would borrow money using unsavory places. Now the debt collectors are going after her for their money. On top of her debts, she needs to pay me back for all of the stuff she stole. The total for that came to about $20,000. She's so far deep in the hole that it'll take decades before she can get back on her feet. Dan's parents passed away when he was young and he didn't have any siblings, so he decided to donate all his money to his employees. Rosa wasn't entitled to a single cent of it. Rosa had tried to turn to Stephen for help, but he has his own troubles. I divorced him and kicked him out of my home. I couldn't get alimony from him, but he owes me for the diamond ring and all of the other garbage he bought using my credit card. Ever since he met me, he never had to hold down a job, so now he's jobless and drowning in debt. He was able to get a job flipping burgers at the mall food court. I heard through the grapevine that Rosa found a part-time job as a janitor in a factory. That was the last I heard about her. After my divorce was finalized, I finally felt free and that I could close that chapter of my life. I had no use for Dan's insurance money in my personal life, so I put that money into the business as well. I'm putting all my energy into growing the business and making Dan's dream come true. There's even talks of contracts from businesses overseas. While on a business trip, I met someone that was in the same industry. We started dating, and then we got married. I feel good about where I am in life now. My husband and I equally contribute to the marriage and the business. I couldn't be happier. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.
We regret to inform you that your wife has passed away, sir.
What? Olivia? No. What happened? What's going on here?
The cause of death is believed to be you, sir. The excessive beating to her face has led to a cardiac arrest.
What the? Who the heck are you? That's morbid and crazy. Who the heck do you think you are to accuse me of something like that?
I'm Dr. Melissa Plymouth. I attended and performed the emergency surgery on your wife. The surgery was not only called under an emergency situation, but an extremely complicated surgery. Needless to say, this surgery required invasive equipment and technology and a highly skilled surgeon such as myself. I therefore request the immediate payment to shoulder this emergency surgery.
I am not following you at all here. How did my wife pass away? Explain.
Your wife had multiple lacerations and contusions, mainly across her face, but also including her upper body, where we identified several abdominal lesions. This leads us to believe that she was beaten to death.
Beaten to death? By whom?
We believe we did our best to obtain a heartbeat for your wife, however, to no avail.
And why would a doctor send a text message to me? I'm the husband of the deceased wife. What happened to doctor-patient privilege? This is absurd. This is unbelievable.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Knight. However, this form of text message communication is conducted under the request of your late wife, Olivia Knight, sir. It was she who wished for a doctor to inform you via text, under the reason that you may likely be abroad on a business trip. She stated that a text message communication would be a better form of communication under those circumstances.
That's just plain dumb. She would never say that. And what makes you think that the cause of her death was because of me? Who said I was the one who beat her to death, as you boldly put it? I never laid a hand on her.
We have a right to believe that your wife has made those claims herself. We have identified an item that we believe is a diary belonging to her. Inside it, she has written on numerous occasions a record of when she claims she was lammed by her husband.
Lammed? I told you I never laid a hand on her. This is a complete false accusation. Total bogus. Show me that diary then. My wife never kept a diary for as long as I've known her.
Unfortunately, to avoid the risk of destruction of evidence, we are unable to present this item to you. However, there is one thing we can say in confidence. The detailed description of such events, as written in this diary, should this be taken to court, it will not be so difficult to deem you guilty of such a heinous offense. Therefore, we are confident that the jury would believe you to be guilty of at least a third-degree murder, if not second.
No way. You shut your mouth. How dare you? You have no right to accuse me of murder.
We believe you are away and out of the country due to a business trip, is that correct?
Yes. What does that have to do with anything?
We believe it would be best to meet and discuss this matter in person and under strict confidentiality. However, under the circumstances, we understand that this option may not be available to us, so we'd like to make a counteroffer.
And what's that?
If you transfer the fees for the emergency surgery and some extra fees, then we will cease taking this matter to court.
You mean you're demanding the money for the emergency surgery and money to conceal the fact that you think I murdered her?
That would be the case, Mr. Knight.
So, you're bribing me, huh? You're asking me for hush money. I have to say, that is very brave of you.
We also have reason to believe that should your workplace be notified of such events, that there is a risk of your dismissal.
Oh, you're using threats on me now too, huh? Damn, you're good. I didn't think that you'd get my work involved. But it looks like you thought this through.
I'm glad that we seem to be on the same page.
Well, listen, Dr. Plymouth. I'd like to see my wife first. I'd like to say my goodbyes and see her off with my own eyes before any of this can go ahead.
Unfortunately, that cannot happen, sir. Her body has already been taken to the coroner's, and we believe her body will proceed to the crematorium as per her request.
What? So you're telling me that I can't see my wife off when she's dead? What kind of an absurd rule is that? I'm the husband.
If you could understand the situation, perhaps it would not be a bright idea for you to see her with her distorted face. Now, if you could agree to make the payment, this will be painless.
No, I need time to think this through.
I advise you that it is best to proceed with these financial procedures as soon as possible to avoid further complications and inconvenience.
No, I need more time.
Well, if you could reach out to me once again once you have thought this through, I am always here for you.
My name is Jake Knight, and I'm 32 years of age. I work for a global financial company, and I've been posted overseas for a year until my assignment here is over. My work is hard, but I'm getting by. One night, when I got home from a hard day of work, I came back to this curious text message. I suspected that this was a scam right from the beginning. The sender of the messages was disguised as my wife. Despite the profile picture looking identical, I knew it wasn't my wife. I knew it had to be someone I personally knew pretending to be my wife. So I looked into this. And I mean, I really dug deep to find out who it was. I went through every single one of my contacts on my phone list and on my Facebook and other social media to narrow them down. I didn't care how long this was going to take. I was going to get to the bottom of this. And then, to my surprise, I was talking to a mutual friend of mine and my wife. And we figured out that it was most likely my ex-girlfriend who I broke up with some 8 years ago. My ex-girlfriend, her name is Lisa Sidmouth. This doctor's name was Melissa Plymouth, and I knew these two names didn't just sound similar by coincidence. My ex and I, we met at college and we were engaged at one point. But then I found out that she had cheated on me, so I called off our engagement and we broke up. She's someone that took me years to forget. I would have never imagined that I'd have to think about her again in this way. We hadn't spoken at all since we broke up, so why would she text me like this all of a sudden? Why would she do this to me? I just couldn't figure this out. But then, this happened.
Hi, Mr. Jake Knight. This is Dr. Melissa Plymouth again. Have you prepared the money for the emergency surgery and the other payments? I'd prefer to avoid any involvement with the police, so I advise you to please make the payment as swiftly as possible.
Who the heck are you?
I thought I explained to you yesterday. I'm the emergency surgeon who took charge of your wife's emergency operation.
Interesting. And please kindly remind me, what kind of emergency surgery did you mention she had to have?
She had a few broken bones on her face, including her cheekbone, so I tried to fix them up.
Okay, and is that it? I don't think that a few broken bones would lead to a fatal death, am I right?
Well, depending on the severity of the situation, broken bones on the face can lead to head injuries, and in her case, that was what happened.
Okay, so then she must have had a head operation too, is that correct? What kind of head operation was that then?
Yes.
Is that your answer? What kind of head operation did she have that was affected by her cheekbones and other broken bones on her face? Hello? Look, let's stop playing games here because I know who you are.
Excuse me? Do you want me to call the police?
Go on then. Call the police, Lisa, and see if I care.
What?
I told you I know who you are.
Sorry, but I'm not this Lisa that you mentioned. Like I said before, my name is Melissa Plymouth.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Lisa Sidmouth. You should have thought of a better name to disguise yourself in, you cow.
Fine. Yes, it's me, Jake. You got me. Boo-hoo.
I knew it.
Damn. Well, look at you. Being a smarty pants now, are we? I could have fooled you. It was only a matter of time.
What the heck do you want? How do you know about Olivia? I never told you about my wife.
Well, we live in a small world, don't we? Remember, even though I'm not active on it, I still use Facebook.
Damn.
Also, speaking of remembering things, do you remember how when we broke up and called off the engagement, you charged me for the wedding venue that we booked? You made me pay for the entire 80%, which is what we owed them for canceling it the week before the actual wedding.
Of course I remember that. You cheated on me and you hurt me, so that was the least you could do to pay me back for what you did. How does that lead to this? How the heck did you know my wife's number, and how did you manage to log into her account to text me?
See, that's why I thought it'd be easy to fool you. You accidentally posted a screenshot of your conversation between you and Olivia onto Facebook a few months ago, so her ID was on show to the public, and from then it was easy to track down her account.
Okay, and then what? Why this? Why did you do this? Why do you want my money?
So, the thing is, I'm a bit broke at the moment, you see. Since I had to pay for the wedding fees that didn't even happen, I got so broke. That was unfair, anyway. Why did I have to pay for everything?
Because you were the one who cheated on me. Oh, we talked about this before and we made an agreement.
Yeah, I may have agreed to it at the time, but that doesn't mean that I hadn't changed my mind about it. If I didn't have to pay for that huge sum of money, I wouldn't be here now trying to get money off of you. So you see, you might not be able to see it now, but this is all technically your fault.
What the heck are you talking about? This was you, all you. And besides, if you wanted money, why didn't you just ask me straight up? Why do all of this? Why set this entire fake story up to scam money off me?
Well, for one, I knew you wouldn't just send me the money just because I asked you to. And two, I thought it'd be more convincing and easier if your wife were involved.
Well, you were darn wrong about that then, weren't you?
Well, I tried.
Okay, so is that it? Are we done now?
No, since I have you here, I might as well ask you.
Ask me what?
So, I've decided to get a mortgage for this beautiful house that I've been eyeing. I don't want anyone else to have it besides me, so I want to make a down payment for it.
Okay, and
I want you to give me the money for the down payment.
are you out of your mind? What makes you think I'd give you money, period?
Because you were once my ex-fiancé, and I know that deep down you still love me.
What the heck? You're delusional. Did you know that?
I am being realistic here, thanks. Don't forget that I know what your signature looks like. I know your passwords and passcodes. In fact, I know what kind of credit and debit card you have.
Oh, what the heck? You're crazy. What do you think you're gonna do? Lisa, don't you dare try anything on me. Lisa, pick up the phone. Damn it, Lisa.
Jake! Jake, text me back right now. I know you're there. Help me. Help. The police. They're after me and they're going to arrest me. I'm going to get arrested.
What do you want?
What is going on here? I went to the bank to sign off that mortgage. Then while I was waiting for the paperwork to go through, the police came and said they were going to take me to the station.
Well, obviously.
I am in the ladies' room right now. I am texting you from the ladies' room, so this is humiliating. I can't go out there. They'll arrest me. What did you do? I know you have something to do with this.
I didn't do much, really. All I did was consult the police since I thought I was going to be subjected to fraud. It was your fault for telling me all of that about knowing my passwords and that in advance. But thank you. That helped.
Why the heck did you do that?
Well, who wouldn't?
All I wanted was to get the money that I deserve back from you. You made me pay for the wedding venue and we didn't even have the wedding. You have a good job, I know it, so what's it to you if you give me a few $1,000s? You can't be the only one who's happy. I know you and your wife are shacked up in some nice house. I want to be happy too. I deserve it.
No, Lisa, you're wrong. Olivia, my wife, passed away 2 years ago.
What?
She had breast cancer.
What? No!
You should have done your research properly before you even thought of plotting a scheme like this.
What do you mean? Your wife, Olivia? She's dead?
That last photo I posted on Facebook was dated 2 years ago.
No.
I assume you let that one slip.
No way.
You're such a dumb cow, and I guess nothing has changed. How dare you use my late wife to extort money from me? This is unforgivable.
Well, I didn't know, Jake.
You're darn right you didn't know.
Okay, fine. I'll give up on that house. I'll leave the mortgage alone for now. So, can you just tell the policeman outside to just leave me alone? Tell them that it was a huge mistake?
Nope, I can't.
Why not? Of course you can.
All I did was consult them, and they said that they'll speak to you in person. So they're just following through. Just speak to them and tell them exactly what happened, and I'm sure they'll let you go.
What? No, I'm not going to do that.
Look, what you did still counts as fraud. That's the petty crime you committed, so just pay for it and deal with it.
What? Fraud? I haven't even done anything yet.
And you better explain to your teenage-looking boyfriend why you're going to be locked up too.
What? How did you know about him?
Come on. You said so yourself that this is a small world, right?
Then surely you can understand that I need the money for him too, right? He's broke and I'm the only one who can help him. If I get arrested, how can I provide for him?
How should I know? That's for you and your pathetic life to sort out and none of my business.
Oh, just shut up. Pay me the money. That's my money. It's mine, so give it back. How else am I going to get the money? Please, Jake, I need your help. I'm begging you, please. I've got no one else to turn to.
Well, I'm not the one that you should be asking for help. I'd rather see you rot in jail than give you a dime of my money.
Jake, you don't mean that. We were in love once, remember?
Love? No, that wasn't love, you cow. I was in love with my wife who passed away. You don't even come close to what the love with her was like. Go to jail and stay there. Don't come out. Don't you dare try to speak to me. I never want to see your face ever again.
No. Jake, please, the police, they're still outside. Jake!
After that, the police knocked down the woman's toilet doors, found her crouched down in one of the cubicles, and arrested her. She confessed to what she tried to do to me and admitted to other similar incidents too. It turns out that this wasn't the only time she tried to scam off money using her ex-boyfriends. I don't know how long it'll be until she's bailed out, but I hope she'll learn her lesson locked up in there. I so badly wish I could talk to my late wife about this and how I saved us from what could have been a terrible situation. I guess I'll speak to her before I sleep, like I always do. No matter how bad things are in real life, when I close my eyes, I see my wife and I can talk to her. There's nothing I can do to change my situation, but at least I saved myself from being subjected to fraud. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like it and see you in the next one.
Get the heck out of our lives!
Sorry, who is this?
Oh, you know exactly who I am, so don't play dumb with me, Claire. Or what? You want me to put fleas down your neck like I did to you at school? Would that remind you of who you're talking to?
Oh my god, Debbie?
That's right.
Okay. Hi, what do you want?
I want you to leave your dirty old web and fly off somewhere far, far away.
My web?
Yeah, the house that you're living in. That's no place for a pest like you to live in. It's for the queen bee, like me. I deserve to live in a place like that, not you. You're just a fat leech, leeching off your husband, and he deserves to be with someone better than you. He belongs with me, and we both belong in that house, so get out.
Beckett? What does my husband have to do with this? I am not following you. Why do you want me to leave my own home all of a sudden?
Don't you understand your place here? Oh, that's right. I forgot that you had the brain the size of a flea. The dumbest insect ever to exist.
Right. You're using an awful lot of references to insects, but I don't know much about them, you see.
Fine. Let's put it in layman's terms for you. The house that you're living in right now, I'm going to come and move in there and live with Beckett, and we're going to have our happily ever after there. So, are you going to move out?
Right. And I'm still not following. Why would you move in with my husband? Why would I move out?
You really have no idea, do you? Beckett is mine. He's going to be your ex-husband soon, and my husband. Capiche?
No, Debbie. Honestly, what is going on here?
Did he tell you what time he'd be back home tonight then?
He said he won't be back tonight because he'll be staying the night at his colleague's place. They both need to work till late and go into the office early tomorrow morning, so it works better for them.
And you believe that? That's a lie. And he'll be staying over at my place tonight. Do you get it now? You're way dumber than I thought, Claire. But this is great. It's all working to my advantage.
What do you mean? So, you guys are having an affair? Is that what this is all about?
There we go. Now you're catching on. In fact, he's with me right now.
Well, tell him to leave. He should be home with me then. Debbie?
Haven't you noticed how he's been away from home a lot over the past few months?
Yeah, but he said that it was all work-related.
Wow, you're so gullible. It's hilarious. That's so sweet of you to just trust him so much.
So, you guys have been seeing each other behind my back all this time?
Mm-hmm. It's been great. We've been having a great time together, and we're not going to stop anytime soon, honey. So you better pack your bags and leave before it's too late. And don't forget to sign those divorce papers once you get them.
Divorce papers?
Yep, you'll be getting them pretty soon. This is just a heads up for you.
I've got to talk to him. This is too sudden and too crazy. I don't even believe that this is actually happening.
Take all the time you want, dear, but facts are facts. There's no point in trying to convince him to reconsider the divorce, by the way. He's made a beeline for me, and he's mine. Any woman who goes near him will just drop dead like flies. So you might as well just walk away now and leave us alone.
Oh my god, why are you using all these metaphors with insects? Is this some kind of sick joke? I can't take you seriously like this, Debbie.
You know, I have a thing for insects. They're the second best thing in my life, after Beckett. Even his name says we're a match made in heaven.
What are you talking about?
Did you know that his name, Beckett, means beehive in the old Irish language? I bet you didn't. And my name, Debbie, as in Debbie, see? So, you see, him and I were just meant to be together.
Oh my god, are you being serious here?
Just sign the damn divorce papers and get out of that house already. Leave us alone and mind your own beeswax.
Why are you doing this? Beckett and I are married. He still loves me. You can't make us get a divorce, Debbie.
Too bad, because that's what it looks like, Claire.
But you can't do this. This is insane. Debbie, stop this now and tell Beckett to come home.
Ooh, someone's as mad as a hornet now.
Well, how can I not get mad about this? You say you're having an affair with my husband and you're talking about it with these weird insect references? How do you expect me to stay calm or take you seriously?
Well, I love insects, and that's just who I am. You've known me since high school, so I would have thought you'd know that about me by now.
Yeah, and I thought you would have grown out of it by now, too.
Hey, shut up!
We're almost 30, and it feels like we're acting like teenagers having a petty fight. Can we talk about this like mature adults?
I don't like to lift a finger for things that don't require it, you see. This is simple. You leave, I move in. If you won't, then I've got people who can take care of this.
People? What people?
Look, I know this might be hard for you to swallow, but I really am the queen bee around here. Just between you and me, I've got all of my bees who can do all the heavy lifting for me, you know? They can all sting, and that's going to hurt real bad, Claire. So if I were you, I'd just listen to me and do what you're told. Trust me, you wouldn't want to get stung by my loyal and strong bees.
Oh my god, cut it out with the insect metaphors.
I know where you work, by the way. Pretty large company you work for, huh? I have my connections there too, you know. My web of connections is way larger than you think. So like I said, just do as you're told.
Is that a threat? You think you can involve my work in this? This is a private affair.
Just watch me.
No! My job has nothing to do with what's going on here. I've got responsibilities, and I'm not going to let you ruin that for me.
Says you. Responsibilities. Yeah, right. I bet you're just a temporary worker there or something, so you can kiss my behind.
Stop it! And I'm not a temp worker.
So, let's see. Giles Hopkins? Shall we start with him?
Oh my god, Debbie, how do you know him?
What did I tell you?
Fine. I'll sign those divorce papers and move out. Fine. So stop this. Don't get anyone at work involved in this, Debbie. And let me talk to Beckett first. I need to talk to him in person. First.
Sure. I'll let him know. You better stick to your words, Claire. Otherwise, I'm venomous. You know what I can do.
What the hell? Whatever.
I'll give you guys a week to figure this all out. A week. Nothing more, nothing less. Got it?
Fine.
So, Claire, remember what we agreed to a week ago? I expect everything to be all nicely dealt with, correct?
Yeah, I signed the divorce papers, Debbie, as you wished.
Good. Then you'll be moving out now, I suspect?
Well, not quite.
What do you mean?
The thing is, I signed the divorce papers, but it's Beckett who hasn't signed them.
What? That's nonsense.
It's true. And I'm really confused here. Last week, when he came home to me, he just collapsed and started weeping uncontrollably.
Poor thing. He must hate you so much. He's probably so frightened by you. Look at him. And look at you. You're a huge black widow when he's simply a scorpion. But a handsome one, by all means.
What the heck are you talking about? I'm just telling you that he's not the one who's asking for a divorce. And actually, he's been saying the opposite. He has no intentions of getting divorced to me.
No, that's a lie. You're bluffing.
No, you're the one who's deluded and insane here. Clearly.
He always talks about getting the heck away from you. He wants a divorce. I know him.
Well, why has he been coming home to me every single night telling me the same thing then? I really don't get what's going on here. Why are you meddling with our marriage? He doesn't want you.
Shut up. Of course he does. He loves me. What did you say to him? What did you do? I am going over there right now to sort this out. I can't stay here listening to this. You better have those divorce papers ready for him to sign. I don't want to waste time texting you here. Just have it on the table so we can get it on with it.
Sure. Come over. Let's deal with this in person. We'll be waiting. This is all yours.
You're such a conniving little liar. You made me go all the way up there for nothing? See how Beckett signed those papers like a lightning bolt? Who said he needed me to come up there in the first place? You useless piece of crap.
Well, I'd say the opposite. I think he signed it because you were there. In fact, if it weren't for you, I don't think things would have gone as smoothly as it did. So it was a good thing you came. Thanks.
Fine. I'll take that. I still don't feel convinced that all you wanted was to waste my energy and time, but whatever.
Well then, I guess that's it.
That's it? Oh no, honey. You still need to move out. You thought it was over just because you both signed the divorce papers? You really are a brainless idiot of a flea.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're still talking about insects! If I move out, then where would I go? This is my house. Why don't the both of you find your own place together? Why would you want to live somewhere where I've been living in anyway? Don't you want to start fresh?
No, I need that house. I love it. It's just how I like it. It's my dream house, so it's mine.
What is your obsession with insects and this house? You really need to see someone about this. Sorry to say, but there's clearly something wrong with you.
Just shut up and leave.
Fine, jeez.
Good, as long as you know to leave.
And what if I don't, Debbie? Are you going to threaten me with my work like you tried before?
Oh, darling, I told you that I know people.
Yeah, you mentioned one colleague who I work with, and so what? Just because you know him, that doesn't mean anything?
Oh, you'll see. You have no idea what I can do. I can easily make you lose your major accounts.
Try me then.
I can easily get you fired, Claire. Like I said, just watch me. And don't forget that I know about Beckett and where he is in the company, too. I know he's in a more authoritative position than you. I can easily get him to fire you.
Ugh, this is getting stupid. Fine, I'll move out. Good luck to you then.
What do you mean, good luck? I don't need any luck, you fat piece of leech. You better clean that place up and make it spotless before I move in. That house never suited you anyway. That gorgeous house is the bee's knees, and I'm the one who deserves it. You can go and live in some swamp where you belong.
Right. Do whatever you want, Debbie. The house and my soon-to-be ex-husband is all yours. Good luck.
I just thought I'd let the ex-wife know that me and Beckett are officially married now.
Hi, Debbie. Well, congratulations to you then.
Are you crying? I bet you're real upset. Don't go getting mad as a hornet again, though, okay? There's no point now. He's not coming back because he's mine.
I'm not mad. I'm not upset or anything either, for that matter.
Oh? Then are you not upset that you're going to get fired? Either way, I've left my job now, so I'm free as a moth to do whatever I want.
You quit your job? What? Did you really?
Yep. And I've decided to be a stay-at-home wife here in this gorgeous house of yours that you so kindly moved out from. Oh, it's like a moth to a flame, really. I love it here.
Oh my god, wow. You actually quit your job for all this.
It's fine. I got plenty of savings in the bank, and besides, I also have Beckett. I'm set for life.
Oh, really? Is that what you think?
And why would you say that?
I guess you haven't heard that Beckett got fired?
What? Stop lying to me again.
Why would I do that? I thought you had your web of connections. Why didn't you ask one of them?
No, if anyone, it's you who's going to get fired. You!
Wow, so I guess he really hasn't told you? I guess he was always slow to deliver news, especially when it came to bad news.
What are you talking about?
Look, Beckett and I met through work, but more specifically, we met through a mutual colleague of ours.
Who?
I won't tell you who, that's confidential.
Just tell me. I probably know him.
Well, let's just say it's one of Beckett's bosses.
Name! Give me a name!
He got promoted, actually, so he's going to be the next company president, so it won't take long to figure out who he is.
Just stop beating around the bush and give me the name!
It's strictly confidential, Debbie, so I can't do that. I'm sorry. Anyway, he was the guy who set me and Beckett up about 5 years ago. We all have a good friendship. Well, I don't know about Beckett, but that guy and I are still close.
That's a lie! He said you were the one who was pestering him to get with you. He just caved in. He said he was with you out of pity.
Yeah, right. To be honest, I wasn't into him at all, but since we're both single and we didn't exactly hate each other or anything, we started dating. And things got comfortable and we eventually got married. It really wasn't for love or anything, but more of a convenience.
Ha! See, I knew he deserved to be with me. We're madly in love with each other, and we really are meant to be.
Right. Well, good for you, Debbie. So anyway, the marriage was fine. Empty, but fine. Neither of us seemed to be bothered by it because we were comfortable enough. And what was important to us was that the guy who set us up was happy. As long as he was happy, we knew we were trusted in the company. You see, Beckett and I both used to be so career-orientated that we would have given up our personal desires and dreams to advance in our careers. But now look at us both.
What?
Beckett cheated on me, and now we're divorced. He's fired, and I've still got my job.
And that's discrimination. That's unjust.
Oh, is it though? Don't you see how this looks to that guy? How embarrassing he feels when he was boasting to everyone at work that he was the one who set us two together. But now that's ruined. And all because you came into the picture.
So what? Are you saying that he's fired because he had an affair with me and divorced you?
Oh, you have no idea what kind of guy he is. Once he decides on something, it doesn't take him long to take action. He is infamous to cut people off, just like that, especially when he gets mad.
What the heck?
And you're also the reason why he got fired too, you know.
I am? How? I didn't do anything.
Oh, yes, you did. You tried to threaten me in my work before, don't you remember? The fact that you threatened to close my account was bad, Debbie. Real bad. And that wasn't going to sit well with any of my clients or our bosses. And since they all knew that you were connected to Beckett, they just got rid of him. That was the only way for them to get rid of the root of all this trouble. Don't you see yet?
What?
That makes sense, doesn't it?
No way!
Yes, way. So, you practically got Beckett fired.
So are you telling me that he really lost his job now? He's really unemployed? He's lost his source of income?
That's what being fired means, Debbie, so yes.
He left the house this morning like it was a normal work day. He didn't tell me anything.
Maybe he went out to look for a job. But that's none of my business, is it? None of my beeswax, as you might like me to put it.
Stop this! How sure are you about all this? You tricked me!
Oh, I'm 100% sure that he's fired, Debbie. I never wanted any of this, Debbie. Him and I were fine in our marriage. It wasn't perfect, but nothing ever is anyway. I was pretty content with our marriage, and so was he. Until you came along.
No, don't put this all on me, Claire.
I told him that I didn't want all of this either. Neither of us wanted to upset our future boss. Why would we want to jeopardize our careers like that? He even cried and begged me not to divorce him because he was so worried about his job.
What? When?
Remember that time I told you to come over to my place to make him sign those divorce papers?
So is that why he was crying and saying he didn't want to divorce you?
Yep. He wasn't crying because he didn't want to divorce me. He was crying because he knew he was going to lose everything he had. Me, his house, his job, and his reputation. He saw it coming.
You lied. You did trick me.
No, I didn't. All I told him was that if he didn't sign the divorce papers, then I'd go and tell our future boss what really happened. And so he signed.
So you tricked him?
That's a matter of perspective, isn't it? And a matter of priorities. I wanted to keep my job, and I didn't want to ruin my relationship with my future boss. My husband was having an affair with you, and I had to make a choice. So I chose my career.
What the heck? You cow! How could you do this to him?
But the cat came out of the bag either way. The boss knows, and Beckett's fired.
Oh my god, you maggot! You idiot! You cow! You tricked us both!
Oh, by the way, there's one more thing that you should be prepared for.
No, what is it now?
That house you say you love so much. Good luck paying the mortgage on that house. It should be just under $1 million.
$1 million?
Yep, his parents are pretty well off, if you hadn't noticed. They bought the house for us when we got married.
Okay, then that's fine if they bought it, right?
But you see, his parents loved me and adored me. Knowing that we're divorced, they got so mad at their son that they're making him pay every cent of it back to them.
No, this is another one of your lies.
That's why I said good luck to you before, remember?
Oh my god, I can't do this. I have to talk to Beckett.
Where is he when you need to talk to him, right? Good luck.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. This must be a dream.
More like a nightmare, right? Good luck. I hope you can wake up from this nightmare soon.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Claire, tell that boss that it was all a mistake. Make something up. Get Beckett his job back. Claire, please.
It's been a few months since this tragedy unfolded. From what I heard, Beckett and Debbie weren't able to make the monthly repayments to their parents at all. Beckett still hasn't found a decent job, and since Debbie had quit hers with no income, they had no choice but to sell the house. They made some bad choices in life, and it was ruining their finances. Needless to say that this was ruining their marriage, too. I think it's only a matter of time until they file for divorce. And if they do, that'll be a second one for Beckett. Poor thing. As for me, I've moved on. I have my new apartment and I'm actively going on dates, and it's going well so far. I'm out to find real love, and I'm hopeful. All I can see to Debbie with her insect references is that I hope that she can sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it and see you in the next one.
I'm just lost for words. Are you seriously not planning on taking me with you on your honeymoon? I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? I still haven't received the flight tickets or the trip details. What's going on? I need an explanation now. I'm really sorry, but I don't really understand why you're texting me about this. Why don't you get it? I want to go to Italy with you guys. You're going to take me along, right? It's me and Ryan's honeymoon. Are you seriously gonna try come with us? Of course I'm coming. I'm his mother. I've been looking forward to going to Italy for the longest time. I've never been to Europe before. I'm really sorry, Katie, but we haven't booked tickets or made any reservations for you. You can't come with us. Excuse me. What did you just say? Why aren't I allowed to come with you guys? We're family. It's our honeymoon. We only get this opportunity once in life. I want to spend this precious vacation alone with Ryan. I don't care about what you want. You should at least be asking me if I want to come as well. That's just very basic manners. I can't believe how rude you're being about this. Is it normal for the mother to come along on a honeymoon? I've never heard about it. It's very common knowledge. I always went with him whenever he went on vacations with his ex-girlfriends. He was always very annoyed at me for following along, but I know that deep down he was happy that I came with him. I wonder if he really was happy. It sounds like you're just overly attached to him. I just care for my children because I'm a caring mother. Enough about this. Would you just hurry up and book me a flight ticket to Italy? Are you going to pay for it? A trip to Italy isn't cheap at all. Oh, why do you even need to ask me that? You're obviously the one that should be paying for all my expenses. I'm doing you guys a favor by coming along. I see. Unfortunately, the flight we're taking might be fully booked already. Well, that's your fault for being a lazy hog. You should have thought about all of this in advance. You can just book another ticket on another flight then. I'll be taking your flight ticket so that I can sit next to Ryan. I'm sorry, but that's definitely not going to be happening. I also don't think we have the money to be paying for an extra person. We both had to save up for a while to pay for this honeymoon. Stop messing with me. You guys both work a full-time job. Surely you have enough savings to pay for me. You should be grateful I gave you permission to marry him. He's a beautiful man, right? That's all thanks to me. I'm an amazing mother. My genes are so perfect. Still, I think that you're being a little unreasonable with your requests. If you don't have the savings, just go and borrow some money. You're still young. A little bit of debt ain't gonna hurt you at all. You're just slow and indecisive about everything. Your appearance isn't very flattering either. I have absolutely no idea what he saw in you. I'm sorry, but I can't make this decision by myself. I'm gonna talk to him about it first. Hello? Just how long are you planning on making me wait? I'm sorry, but I've been pretty busy lately. There's no way a worthless woman like you is busy. You're just being a lazy pig, as always. I discussed the conversation we had with Ryan, and he told me to just ignore you. And now you're a liar as well. Congrats! You're just an absolutely terrible human being. I'm sorry, what did you just say? There's no way he would say that. I'm his mother. He loves and cares for me very much. I didn't think that you would go as far as making up lies like this. You really are a dislikable woman. I'm not making anything up. Could you please talk to him about this directly? This isn't the kind of matter I can just make a decision about. That's it. I found out that you're totally useless. I'm gonna go with the plan that I've always gone with. What plan? I'm just gonna happen to run into you guys in Italy. It'll be a huge coincidence. I'm so excited to see his reaction when he sees me in Italy. Are you seriously gonna come? Do you really need to come with us that badly? You better keep this a secret from him. You don't want to find out what I'm gonna do if you tell him about this. I'm gonna turn up at your workplace and completely ruin your career. Please don't threaten me like that. I really like my job and I don't want to lose it. Well, then you better stay quiet then. You guys were going to Milan, right? I guess I should go ahead and book a flight there then. I'm so excited for this trip already. Oh my God, this place is perfect. This is the kind of city that suits a high-class woman like me. I can imagine myself living here in the future.
So you've arrived in Italy then?
I'm glad I decided to take the trip here.
What about your husband? Did he come with you?
I left that old dog at home. He would completely ruin the mood if he came. He was also really annoying me. He kept on pestering me about why I was coming to Italy with you guys. He just doesn't get it at all. I still need some stimulation in life. You haven't told Ryan about me coming, did you?
I haven't said anything. I've kept the promise.
That's great to hear. So you can be a good girl sometimes. You guys arrived 2 days ago, right? You guys have finished looking around the city now, right?
Yeah, we've seen most of the city now, I think.
I'm going to be going to a tour around the city today. How about we meet up tomorrow then?
I think that you should tell Ryan about all of this.
Oh, my personal tour guide has arrived outside my hotel. I've got to get along. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow then.
Katie, you need to talk to him about this.
Morning! Where are you guys?
We're on the train right now.
What? I thought we were meeting up.
I had no idea about this. He told me it's a surprise gift. I'm not sure where we're going either.
I guess you guys are going to be heading to Paris then. He was always saying he wanted to go there. I'll book a train ticket and follow you guys right away.
I don't think that we're going to Paris. He won't tell me where we're going, though.
How come? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure why either. All I know is that he was talking to his dad yesterday on the phone. Maybe he knows that you followed us here?
Oh, that old dog. I can't believe he blew my cover.
I think I'm just going to tell him about all of this. I don't want to keep this secret any longer.
Would you please find out where you guys are going to? I'll come after you guys ASAP.
Katie, would you please just leave us alone now? I'm struggling to enjoy our honeymoon because of you.
Why does everything have to be about you? I feel lonely because I'm on this trip all alone. I wonder where you guys would be going by train. I guess it could be France or Spain. Ah, I think I know where. He's my son after all. I know how he thinks.
I doubt you're going to be able to guess. I'm not even sure if we're going to be leaving Italy.
You're just so useless, aren't you? What is the point of you even existing? You better tell me where you guys are heading as soon as you find out. I guess I'll do a little more touristy things while I wait for you to contact me. I think I want to eat a nice Italian pizza for lunch. Oh, but I'm so lonely. I want to meet up with you guys soon. Why the hell are you not answering your phone? Why did you think you could suddenly be so arrogant? You haven't even replied to my text messages. How could you abandon me in a place like this? You're a vile human being. Do you not have any feelings at all?
I'm really sorry. Ryan had taken my phone from me.
Why would he do something like that? Is this another one of your lies?
He told me that we should enjoy the view instead of looking at our phones. We're on our honeymoon after all.
Oh, he's such a romantic. He must be glad that I'm his mother. He turned out just like me.
Also, one more thing. He knew that you had followed us to Italy.
That must be because of that old dog. I've got to tell him off for this when I get back home.
Anyway, that's why he decided to change our honeymoon plans all of a sudden.
There's no way he would do that. I know that he's looking forward to seeing me. This must all be your idea.
Actually, I had no say in this at all. He told me that he's had enough of you tagging along on his vacations. I also thought that you crossed the line when I heard that you used to follow him on vacations with his past girlfriends. You need to give him more privacy. He's not a child anymore.
Did you just tell me that what I did was wrong?
I think it's very wrong. He said that all his friends made fun of him all the time.
His friends were probably just jealous of him. None of their moms are kind enough to go on vacations with their children. I'm like the perfect mom. You should take notes for the future.
Actually, I think I'll pass on that. I would never want to become a mother like you.
How dare you? You better not mean that. You're my daughter-in-law. You need to be showing me a lot more respect.
All I've done is show you respect. Anyway, I think I'm going to put my phone down now. I want to enjoy my honeymoon with Ryan.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't you dare just leave. We haven't finished talking at all.
I'm going to enjoy this trip around Europe as much as I can. Goodbye.
You better not leave. Hello? Hello? I'm not forgiving you for this. You abandoned me, didn't you?
Did you manage to get back home then?
I had an absolutely terrible time completely alone. My purse was stolen in Milan and I had to go to the police. I'm absolutely exhausted.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to go through an experience like that.
I'm glad that I stored my passport in a separate bag. I'm actually amazed by how smart I am sometimes.
I'm glad that you had such an amazing idea.
Anyway, I'm not going to forgive you for abandoning me like this. I need to punish you for this. You can start by cleaning my entire house and doing all the housework for a month.
Why should I have to do that?
This is just the beginning of the punishment for putting me in a really difficult situation. If you can't listen to what I tell you to do, you're going to have to get a divorce from Ryan. That would just be a huge shame, wouldn't it?
I heard that you also followed Tom on his honeymoon as well.
Why is that a bad thing? He's my other son. Also, I didn't follow them. We just happened to take a vacation to the same location at the same time.
So you just happened to go to Hawaii at the same time as them?
Yeah, it was just a coincidence. His wife was not happy at all, though. She was shaking and whining like a little monkey.
I heard that she ended up getting a divorce from Tom because she couldn't stand you. I didn't know about that story at all.
That woman was even worse than you. She was arrogant and kept on talking back to me. That's why I forced her to leave.
So that's why Tom no longer visits you. I always wondered why, because he seems to get along very well with Ryan. He comes around to visit pretty often.
Wait, what? You guys still meet up with Tom?
He actually ended up getting married to the same person again.
That's not acceptable. I did not give him permission to marry that pesky monkey again.
I don't think that he needs your permission. He's an adult now after all.
Oh my. What a horrendous child he turned out to be. I can't believe this.
He told us that his ex-wife agreed to get married again if he cut ties with you completely.
Cut ties? How could he do such a thing? I can't believe that he would prioritize that woman over his own mother. I'm glad that Ryan actually has a brain and loves me.
Actually, Ryan was saying that he might follow in Tom's footsteps.
What does that even mean?
I think he means that he's going to cut ties with you completely before I decide to leave him.
Are you insane? There's no way he would want to cut ties with me. You shouldn't underestimate how close our bond is.
I don't think he feels the same way about you, actually. Did you forget that he abandoned you in Italy?
That was you who did that. He just listened to your pathetic idea.
I played no part in it. It was something that he decided on doing.
You really should stop with all these lies. I could completely ruin your life instantly if I wanted to.
How do you plan on doing that?
There's no need for me to tell you. I also don't want you as part of my family anymore. I'm going to be asking you to get a divorce from Ryan.
Wait, what?
You get your belongings together and move out of his place immediately.
So now you're telling me to get a divorce?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm telling you. You're not worthy of being his wife. He can find a much better woman than you. Get your belongings together now. I want you out.
Actually, you're the one that needs to be getting your belongings together.
Why would that be?
Ryan is by my side right now. The rest of your family are here too, actually. Even Tom and his wife.
What are you guys all doing gathered together?
We were hosting a wine party with all the wines we brought back from France.
Why the hell have I not been invited? That is just unacceptable. This is why nobody likes you. You're a failure of a wife.
Ryan is reading all these text messages that you're sending to me.
Stop. Don't let him see. This is a private conversation between us.
He's my husband. I don't mind sharing my private matters with him.
Brian, this is all just a huge misunderstanding. There's a reason why I've been sending her these text messages, okay? You're my sweet little boy. I'm sure that you'll understand. Call me right now. Let's talk about this on the phone.
He says that he doesn't want to talk to you.
Please, I'm begging you. You need to convince him to pick up his phone.
Your husband is also here with us.
That means that I'm the only one that hasn't been invited. How? I'm the most popular person in our family. I'm gonna head over now. Save me some wine.
Tom and his wife are going to leave if you decide to come.
Who cares about them two? I'm more important. All of you would prefer me over those two monkeys.
You really need to just accept reality. It's just sad watching you act like this.
Reality? What does that even mean?
Everyone is having a difficult time with you. All of us hate you for one reason or another.
Stop lying to me. I never did anything wrong.
If you really think you've done nothing wrong, then you might have a lonely future ahead. Everyone's gonna leave you. You might not be able to hug your baby grandchildren at this rate.
I don't have any grandchildren.
Actually, Tom and his wife have given birth to a baby girl. Coco was very cute. I'll send you a photo of her.
That's just an average baby. Her face is a little below average, actually. It must be the ugly wife's genes.
This is why nobody likes you. Even your husband is thinking about leaving you now.
He'd have nowhere to go. Wait, so all of you are reading these text messages?
Yeah, we're all reading the text messages. He does have somewhere to go, actually. Thomas told him that he could move in with them if needed. Also, everyone's furious because of what you just said about Coco.
So, we're gonna be moving in with Tom. I hate his wife, but I guess I can deal with her.
I think you're misunderstanding something. You're not invited to move in with them. It's just your husband.
So I'm gonna be left all alone. That's just not fair at all. All of you are absolute monsters. Are you all having fun, treating me like an outsider? How am I meant to live by myself? I don't even have a source of income.
There's still plenty of people working at your age. How about you start by finding yourself a job?
I'm not gonna start working again at this age.
Well, you're not going to be able to depend on me or Ryan. He's getting relocated to another city for work. I'm planning on going with him. You won't be able to see us for a long time.
Why haven't I heard about this? Even Ryan's gonna leave me. Where is he relocating to? I'm coming with you guys.
He's not going to tell you where. We don't want you stalking us around again.
I'm not gonna follow you guys. I'm just curious as to where he's gonna be working. It's something that any mother would do.
Katie, you should just give up already. How about you spend some time by yourself and think about all your actions? You should be able to realize why your entire family hates you so much.
No. I can't have this happen to me. I don't want to die alone. I also don't want to have to start working again. I also want to be able to see my grandchildren. I promise that I'll take good care of Coco even though she's a little ugly.
You really are hopeless. If you really don't want to die alone, you're going to have to change the kind of person you are.
Fine. I promise I'll change for the better. Oh, look, I think I've already managed to change. Look at me. Now, you can all forgive me, right?
You're joking, right? Actually, I don't even know now. Your brain just works in a completely different way from us. I just find it a little difficult to believe that you've changed already.
Please don't abandon me. I actually really hate being alone. Ryan, you're reading this as well, right? I miss you. Please don't leave me.
He's only planning to be relocated for around 4 years. We'll be moving back here once that's over. If you've changed after that time, you might be able to see him again.
4 years? There's no way I can live that long by myself.
Katie's husband ended up moving out and started living with Tom and his family. He was very happy as he was finally free from the stress of living with Katie. He's also very happy that he gets to spend a lot of time with his grandchild, Coco. Katie started working a part-time job at the grocery store as she was living completely alone now. I heard that she even started volunteering at the homeless shelter in her free time. I guess she really is trying to change to become a better person. Ryan and I ended up moving far away for his job. We were really enjoying our life in our new environment. I also found out that I had become pregnant. I'm really looking forward to giving birth to our child. I'm also curious to see if Katie really has changed. I guess we'll find out in a few years once we move back home. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and press the like button.